Kanye West just dropped one of the most disturbing and emotional revelations of his life, and the internet is absolutely stunned. This isn't a headline you scroll past. This is Ye, pulling back the curtain on a childhood trauma so deep. It's leaving fans speechless, critics outraged, and everyone asking, why now? Let's talk about it. On April 21, 2025, Kanye posted something on X, formerly known as Twitter, that no one saw coming. In the tweet, Ye opens up about an experience from his teenage years that he describes as a moment of deep regret. He writes, "My name is Ye and I'm a recovering porn addict. When I was a teenager, I found a Playboy in my mom's room. I showed it to my cousin. We acted out what we saw, with each other." He claims it happened when they were both young, and says it continued until he was around 14. But Ye didn't stop at the tweet. The same day, he dropped a new song called Cousins. The lyrics? Raw, unfiltered, disturbing. He talks about guilt, about shame, about how he believes introducing his cousin to explicit content may have contributed to that cousin's future, including, allegedly, a murder conviction. Fans were floored. The song reads like a confession, a plea, or maybe a release. That's the question everyone's asking. Why now? Is it part of his healing process? Is it shock value for views? Or is Ye, once again, using his art to purge what the world won't understand? Some say it's a cry for help. Others say it's attention-seeking. But no matter where you stand, one thing is clear. He wanted the world to hear this. And nothing is ever accidental. Social media exploded. This is too much. I don't know what to feel. Is Kanye okay? This explains so much. That was the mood on X, Reddit, and YouTube comment sections everywhere. Even Ye's biggest fans are torn. Some applaud his honesty. Others are disturbed by the graphic nature of the post and song. And mental health experts are weighing in too, saying this might be Ye processing unhealed trauma in real time. Whether this was oversharing or something more profound, it puts the spotlight on real issues: childhood exposure to adult material, unspoken trauma, how pain gets passed down, and what happens when that pain is never addressed. Maybe he's not just telling his story. Maybe he's warning us or begging us to pay attention. Kanye West has never played by the rules. He's always been chaotic, brilliant, unpredictable, and now vulnerable. What do you think this means? Is this Ye at his realest? Or just Ye being Ye? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but keep it respectful. This is heavy. And honestly, maybe it's time we talk more about what people usually hide. Kanye's post is more than just a shock statement. It's a rare moment where trauma meets celebrity in the harshest way. Most people go their whole lives without saying these things out loud, let alone broadcasting them to millions. But Ye, he's chosen to make it public, raw, messy, and unfiltered. Some people think he crossed a line, while others say he's doing something few are brave enough to attempt, acknowledging what many only whisper about. In a world where fame often masks pain, Ye's decision to share this on a global stage forces an uncomfortable but necessary conversation. What happens when the world's most talked-about artist refuses to hide the darkest corners of his past? To some, this is just another chapter in Kanye's history of unpredictable behavior. The outbursts, the rants, the polarizing albums, the political shifts. It's easy to lump this moment in with all of that. But look closer, and it might not be the same. This feels different. This isn't Ye screaming for attention. It's Ye reflecting, painfully, publicly, and unapologetically. It may not excuse how he delivered it, but it might explain why. For years, he's hinted at unresolved pain. From the loss of his mother to battles with mental health, Ye has never had the luxury of healing quietly. This time, maybe he's not trying to shock us. Maybe he's trying to save himself. But there's also a cost to this kind of openness, especially when the platform is global. Trauma isn't just personal. When it's shared like this, it becomes public property. People dissect it, meme it, ridicule it, or weaponize it. And Ye, for better or worse, knows this. He's lived through cancellation and praise, often in the same week. This revelation, however, is more delicate. It involves family. It involves crimes. It involves consequences that don't end when the song does. Was it his story to tell entirely? Did he get permission from the cousin involved? These are the ethical landmines that follow any moment of confessional art in the internet age. So, here's where we are. One of the most iconic artists of our time has chosen vulnerability over silence, and in doing so, has ignited a storm of confusion, empathy, disgust, and debate. Maybe Ye is spiraling. Maybe he's healing. Maybe it's both. But whether we agree with his methods or not, he's holding up a mirror, not just to himself, but to the rest of us. How do we deal with pain? Do we bury it, perform it, monetize it, heal from it, or just survive it day by day? This video isn't here to judge. It's here to ask, and I'd love to know your thoughts. At the heart of all this is a tension Kanye has never escaped. The clash between Ye, the artist, and Ye, the person. For years, people have debated whether his genius excuses his behavior or if his trauma should humanize his missteps. But what we're seeing now is something different. A man who's lived in the spotlight for decades, finally confronting the parts of his story that fame can't fix. This moment isn't about charts, clout, or virality. It's about how broken people try to stitch themselves back together when the whole world is watching, and maybe even judging them for trying. This story is layered. It's raw, and honestly, there are no easy answers. But maybe that's the point. Healing isn't linear. Stories like this remind us that pain doesn't always show up in obvious ways, and when someone tells their truth, even clumsily, we owe it to ourselves to pause and listen. Not to excuse, but to understand. Whether you're a longtime fan or just someone trying to make sense of this moment, I want to hear from you. How do you feel about Ye's confession? What does this say about trauma, masculinity, and the way we process the past? If you found this video thought-provoking, give it a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into stories that hit harder than headlines. And remember, sometimes the loudest voices are the ones still hurting. See you in the next one.